to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the war room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Eccles.
And we are back. Once again, we are tucked away in the war room somewhere in the high desert of southern Idaho. I'm here tonight with Mr. Tarver.
Hello.
A.K.A. the Cajun Cowboy. I really like that.
I'm scared to death of that. People,
you need to
somebody's going to look that up, and it's going to be some kind of weird sick.
You need to engrave into your canic the Cajun Cowboy.
No.
I know a guy that's got a laser engraver, and we can make that happen for you.
I don't want it.
The Cajun. I'm gonna for your birthday's coming up.
I don't even like it.
I'm Cajun. I don't care. I'm doing it. The Cajun Cowboy. You're going to come in one day and check out this tattoo I got on my back shoulder. So how you been, Mr. Tarver? It's not like I haven't talked to you 4 times a day for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's been interesting times at work. Interesting times
everywhere. I know everyone. I got asked a lot. Where's the damn podcast? I've been waiting all week for it. Where's the freaking podcast? Because we didn't get one out last weekend. And I suppose there's really no excuse because I could have came.
You could have.
I could have come in here and
could have
done one myself. But I just, life. And sometimes it's nice to take a break, but I feel bad when people text me and ask me where the podcast is. So I can't let that happen anymore.
Okay.
So, I just don't think the podcast sounded as good by myself. So that's why I didn't do one, right? I mean, come on. You're the life of the party right here.
I'm the only one that'll show up. Nobody wants to be around me, man. All these chairs are empty.
Is it you or is it me?
I don't know.
Look around. Did you notice that I have cleaned? Look at this. I swept.
Oh, I thought the wind was blowing.
No, it'll be clean for a week or two. Actually, the weather is cold today.
Nice.
It's cooling off. We got there's snow in the forecast for part of the state, and
Bring it on.
I was like, I need to clean up the cave because this is where I spend my time when there's nothing else to do. Watch some TV. I got to do some cleaning. I might start reloading again. I haven't decided yet. Organized all my ammunition.
I give you the black lung over there.
Oh, it will. It will. So, what have you done Second Amendment related besides irritate people on the internet?
I've just been shopping, man. I'm still shopping.
You haven't purchased any more firearms?
I haven't because I got so busy at work. What I'm going to do is I done picked out about 7 or 8 that I'm going to take in and just sell them. I'm going to take a big loss, and I'm just going to order a few more.
Stacking them deep, selling them cheap.
That's what I do.
Losing
money left and right.
You were stacking them cheap for the last 4 years, and that's time to sell them cheap.
Yeah. They're getting stacked pretty damn deep. Well, you take such a loss, I'm like, I'm not going to sell it.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, okay, that's enough. I got, I don't know, 20 handguns that's never been fired.
Oh.
I just buy them and they sit there.
Bring them. We could store them at the compound.
I'm gonna get rid of all of them.
I've been fighting for the Canic. I've been standing up for the Canic. I don't own one, but I love that gun.
It's a great. It's the gun.
It is the gun, and I had some people. We know them. Josh and
he attacked the Canic.
Well, he didn't attack the Canic. But Josh and Eric, they've been on the podcast in the past. They are talking about that new is it ITI or what is it? I don't starts
know.
with an M. I'm gonna look it up here.
Okay.
Masada, the IWI Masada.
What the hell is that?
It's a 9mm. It's coming out. It's made by IWI, the Israeli company.
Right.
And I was asking them, what? I looked it up, and it looks like every other freaking 9mm out there. And they're like, "Oh, I want to buy it. And I'm like, tell me, have you shot it? Why do you want to buy it so bad? What's the difference? What is the big thing about? Oh, it's made by that Israeli company, and they always make good stuff. And I'm like, no. Yeah. Turkey makes good shit. Yeah. You need to look up the Canic. I started pushing for the freaking Canic, dude. I don't even have one. I love that gun.
I have 3, and I'm about to get a couple more.
We had I had a couple classes, one last night and two today, and one of the guys stopped by today, and part of the class was he's never shot a handgun before. Never.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's got an interesting story, and I may get him on the podcast. He used to be. I'm not going to name his name or anything, but he's kind of had a rough life. He spent the last, I don't know, he was kind of into drug use and just playing video games and not doing a whole lot with his life, and he like turned his life around. He's been clean for like 4 or 5 months now. He's working out. He's training to Spartan. He wants to join the military. I mean, he's cleaned up.
Okay.
It's kind of a neat story. And anyhow, he was shooting firearms.
So he's a young guy.
He's about 20.
He ain't got a long history of this activity.
No, he's about 23. But,
Okay.
I mean, he's cleaning up. He's, whatever. Great guy. And he showed up today, and he'd never fired a gun. He wanted to go buy one with his paycheck today. And I said, hey, look, come. And he called me up to take a class. I said, come take your class. You can shoot all my firearms.
Right.
And choose what one you like. And I tell you what, I love it when they've never shot a handgun before. I love that because they have no bad habits and they listen. I mean, he picked up the first handgun. I'm not kidding you. I mean, he put like 7 or 8 rounds in the magazine. That's all, because so we could spread them out over the guns. He had every one of them touching in the freaking bullseye.
Nice.
It was intense, man. He was shooting so well, and he did such a good job. And I'm thinking, man, I wish I had the freaking Canic here, because he wants to go buy a gun. And,
right.
And but I think he settled on the M&P 2.0, the full size, the 9, which is a great gun. But I really would have loved to have the Canic here for him.
I'll sell him a 1.0. Never been fired.
He likes that 2.0. Don't give him the shitty trigger.
It's still a shitty trigger.
It's way better. It's way better than the first gen, though, right?
I don't know.
Oh, it's a lot better than the first gen.
I don't know. I kind of remember that I pulled the trigger on yours one time, and that was all. But I have.
You never shot mine?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I think I just pulled the trigger on it.
Okay.
Anyway, either way, I have a Canic now, so.
It doesn't matter. You have a Canic.
Yes.
Nothing. It's a Metallica song. Nothing else matters.
Nothing else. Nothing else
Nothing
close.
matters.
I'm ordering a PPQ, and I know it's not going to be as good. It's just not going to be as good.
Why do you want a PPQ? I mean, I heard they're good, but why do you want one if you like the Canic so much?
Because it comes in a 45.
Oh, gotcha. And Canics, they only come in the 9.
Right.
Smart. Them Turkish, they're smart people over there. I tell you what.
Well, it's a NATO country, so they're trying to make a NATO firearm.
They did a good job. That Canic is it's pretty sweet. I did some poking around online the other day, thinking I need to get one ordered in. I mean, I'm getting a little closer.
Which one are you looking at?
The one with the shitty looking gold color on it. The Canic Elite
Oh,
Executive. That one.
Yeah.
Go big or go home. Do they have one that's better than that now?
No.
That's the top
That's
of the
what's
line.
scary is. Like if I order another one to have a backup.
But that's the top of the line when it comes to the Canic.
So far, yeah.
Okay, that's the one I want.
That's what I'm afraid I'll order another one to have as a backup, and then they'll come out with a supermodel, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta sell this one and buy that one.
I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna get my oil filter, and I'm gonna screw it onto the. Never mind.
What?
What? You didn't know? Nobody heard that. So other than that, yeah, I'm standing up for the Canic. But I did a class last weekend.
No word from Pincus?
No word from Pinkett. Well, you'd think that we'd hear something because there's a freaking gun coming out, a new one. Well, this is what I find ironic. No word from Rob Pincus on my PD10. But
right.
I've been, it's like I'm going on like 3 or 4 years now.
We're gonna have real guns by the time that comes out.
I know. So interesting thing, but he did come out advertising another gun that was coming out. You want to know why?
Wait a minute.
So he is sponsored. He runs. He's one of the owners of Avidity Arms,
right.
and one making this PD10, which I haven't seen anything on lately. But he's also sponsored because he's an instructor and by Springfield Armory, and he was advertising the Springfield Armory Hellcat,
right?
The new one that would be almost a direct rival to a certain extent of the PD10. I'm confused. As to what's actually happening. You think it's done? They aren't going to do it anymore?
I think I can't even imagine. I mean, look, they're about the same size. The Hellcat is about the same size as the Shield, so his gun would be a little bit larger than the PD10, correct?
Yes, and it's only a single stack.
I was thinking, and it's got less rounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. I think they missed the boat on this.
I think it's too late.
It might be too late. So
Yeah.
as soon as I threw this up on Facebook, the advertisement for the Hellcat, someone goes, one of our listeners jumps in, comments, "What about this PD-10?" I'm like, shut up, dude. Shut up. I don't even want to freaking talk about it.
So does Affinity Arms make other? Do they have a gun out?
No.
So they don't have any gun out.
No, it's Eagle Imports. It's kind of Affinity Arms. It's kind of a break off of Eagle Imports.
Okay.
It's confusing how it works, but I'm almost not quite. I'm almost done standing up for them.
Yeah, I think it's time to walk away.
You think so?
We got to cut people loose in life sometimes.
I don't know. I still want it. I've talked so highly of it.
Yeah.
I've talked so highly of a gun I've never freaking shot. At this point, the yeet cannon is more of a reality than the PD-10 is.
You could defend yourself better with the yeet cannon.
I could.
How's the videos coming along?
I need to make them.
What?
So let me do you want to hear a story?
Okay,
you got to hear a story. So my next video that I was going to do, I got this tractor and I hooked it up to the disc, and I was going to do some yeet cannon tractor videos, right?
Okay.
But I have to drive the tractor, correct? It's an older tractor.
Right.
It doesn't have power steering. And it's got a big old steering wheel. It's got a big old freaking suicide knob on it. And I'm out there cranking that wheel around. I freaking threw my back out. I pulled a muscle or something in my back.
Oh, you're getting old, man.
I've got a freaking race in like a week. So I went to the chiropractor and got it all freaking fixed. And I'm afraid to get on the damn tractor.
Yeah, you need to get one of those solar-powered electric tractors.
Hey, something. I'm afraid to get on the tractor and steer the damn thing before I throw my back out again 2 days before I head off for a freaking race. Problem. First world problem, man.
Yeah, well, you've been waiting for this race for a year, so yeah, I wouldn't do it right now. Maybe wait till the race is over.
I was thought about teaching my son to drive it, but that might be a better video, actually. Get 14-year-old to get on the tractor and drive this son of Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Do you want to drive the tractor?
Not really.
Oh, okay. You send it back to your family.
Huh?
Tell them you're farming up here in Idaho.
Yeah, they wouldn't believe it.
So, other than that, that gun looks pretty good, though. That Springfield Armory Hellcat looks like a good little gun.
Yeah, it's, it looks like they're coming out against the SIG 365.
The 365, that's the one they're going after, yeah.
So looks like they're bringing direct competition to it. And I'm not gonna lie, man. I do not feel confident with SIGs. I mean, when they go off in your holsters, when you drop them and they go off, you needing safety features now that we shouldn't have needed for the last 15, 20 years.
And I carry this way, but I'm praying for the guys that appendix carry those things.
I wouldn't do it. I flat wouldn't do it.
If it's going off, we had reports last week or whatever, 2 weeks ago, of it going off, just being in the freaking holster.
In the holster.
No one touched it or anything.
If this deputy isn't later on fired for lying, if this really happened, he's sitting in his holster and just goes off, yeah, I don't want to see.
It may... I don't know. They're pulling all their guns. They're pulling them all. We read the article, right? They're pulling all their guns. They're bringing in new ones.
Which ones?
The SIG that went off. They're pulling all the guns, so they must believe the guy.
Yeah.
That's a huge malfunction, man.
That's a huge
malfunction.
You can't get worse than that. The only thing that would be worse than that is if it just kept firing. Like the Uzi and what was that? Arnold Schwarzenegger's True Lies. Just falls down the stairs and kills everybody.
Oh, hey, speaking of movies,
okay.
I went and saw a movie last night.
Uh-oh.
I went and saw, it's going to be the movie review. Occasionally we do one of these on here. Went and saw Rambo, Last Blood. Now, you saw this too.
I saw it.
Now, I'm going to tell you what I thought of it, and you tell me what you thought of it. Okay. I didn't go to it to think.
Right.
It's not why you go to a freaking Rambo movie. If I'm going to go to a bang bang shoot 'em up movie, I want to see blood. I want to see bullets and guns and explosions and people driving.
Mindless entertainment.
Yeah, mindless entertainment. I'm going to tell you, that damn movie took a long time to get rolling.
It did.
It went from 1.5 miles an hour to 100 miles an hour in about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And it was it was good for a Rambo movie, but they way overdid it.
Took too long to get there.
It took too long to get there. And
I
then,
agree.
And then maybe I need to go watch other Rambo movies. To me, other Rambo movies were almost more believable than this one was. Okay? I don't want to, spoiler, but toward the end, the action scenes they were just too much. They were almost like not real. They almost didn't look real. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they tried too hard.
Yes, that's what I was fixing. It kind of gets on my nerves in movies, and go see it for yourself. See if you like it. Who knows?
Oh yeah,
and I
it was
liked
okay.
It.
It was okay,
but
I wouldn't see it again.
It reminds me of the '80s when you had Clint Eastwood, you had Sylvester Stallone, you had Arnold Schwarzenegger and Chuck Norris.
I hate Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Everybody had to keep getting a bigger gun to kill the bad guy with and everything. And the end of Rambo is like, it's like he's got to kill everybody a different way. It's like, brother, just shoot them all, man.
Yeah.
just shoot them and get it over with.
Well,
you got to have a different gun, then you got to have a different tool and a different trap. And it's like, come on, man.
It was good, and I'm glad I saw it, but it was too, I was like, are you freaking kidding me? The Expendables was better than this. I mean, this was just like, it was just fake. Does that make sense? It didn't even look freaking real to me.
Yeah, it got a little campy.
It was weird.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand, well, I don't want to ruin it. I don't understand why
we're kind of ruining this for everybody.
We are. Screw it. I don't care. I don't understand the whole
Screw your movie.
I don't understand the whole tunnel thing.
Okay.
What the hell was that all about?
I think it was a homage to Vietnam.
It was, but I mean, and you didn't realize how many they were till the very end. You're like, holy shit!
Well, that was quite a labyrinth he had down there.
It was.
Good grief!
Anyhow, we'll leave it at that. But
okay.
that was crazy, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad I saw it. Won't ever see it again. I'd rather go back and watch, Rambo First Blood.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah, that is a classic. So, anyhow, that was my movie review. We
Okay.
give it
2 rounds.
4 grenades.
Okay.
4 grenades.
Out of what?
Out of 5.
Okay. Wow, that's a pretty good endorsement.
Well, it's just
that's 1 grenade from perfection.
You got to know what you're getting into. I left out 1. It's not a complete 5 because it was so freaking slow at the beginning. I almost fell asleep.
I've learned some very valuable information on your movie skills.
My movie skills.
Yeah, you have not seen Goodfellas.
I have not. I have not.
And the whole crowd gasped.
Am I gonna have to? Do I need to watch it?
You have to watch it.
Okay, I'm gonna go watch it.
I don't know how much profanity is in it, so
I'll watch
keep
it
the kids away.
in the war room with the door locked.
Got to watch Goodfellas. Got to watch Casino, man.
I haven't even seen those.
Yeah, well, The Irishman will be out next month.
Do we need to get together and have a podcast like movie night? So you bring over your computer. We can plug it into the TV and just go from there.
Yeah. Let it rip.
Let it go. We'll sit out here in these really comfortable chairs.
Oh man, they're wonderful.
Well, we're gonna get new
great.
couches. I'm bringing the couch out.
All right, we could do a couch, but man, it's getting kind of weird here.
It is.
Get on the couch for the podcast.
You watch.
Hey,
you can sit on the. I'm gonna sit in the chair over here.
Okay, all right.
Ways away from everyone. We got to get back to talking about something actually important.
Okay.
So, I did have a concealed carry permit class last weekend, and I just wanted to throw this out there. Big safety concern for me. So, ear pro. Ear pro is important. We need to wear an ear pro when we are shooting, especially if we are shooting repeatedly and there's lots of people around. It's just a safe thing to do.
That is ear protection.
Yep, ear protection. I myself don't have very good hearing.
Man, my ears ring nonstop.
It's not because I haven't worn ear pro. It's from spending quite a few seasons in the duck blind and the shotguns and getting a little muzzle blasted. It's also from, at one point I was working on my truck, and anyhow I ended up funneling a bunch of gasoline into my ear.
Nice.
Yeah, I got one ear that's absolutely horrible. But anyhow, ear protection comes in all different shapes and sizes. You got the little foam plugs that you twist up, you lick, whatever, you stick them in your freaking ear.
Let them fall out and keep poking them in all day.
Yeah, and then you got the ear muffs.
Right.
Then you got the nice ear muffs that are electronic.
Okay.
And then you have some of the fancier ones that guys have. They're electronic, but they actually are molded to their ear. They're custom molded, and they go down in there. They look like a hearing aid.
Right.
Okay. So we're doing class. There was about 10 or 12 people there. I had some help, and I always say before you shoot, eyes and ears, look, check. Okay, range is hot, fire and ready. Well, I looked over, and this gentleman looked like he had
ear protection.
The ear hearing aid type in, but it wasn't a hearing aid. This is what it looked like to me. Halfway through the class, eyes and ears, I look over there, and I'm like, oh, he don't have nothing in. And I said, whoa. I said, stop. You forgot to put your ear pro on. You grab it. You know, we just taken it. He goes, no, I haven't been using it. I don't need it. I'm like, what the freak? You don't need ear pro.
Yeah. And
he argued with me. He wasn't going to put it on. In fact, he didn't put it on. And finally, I have a classroom full of students looking at me, and I'm just like, well, did you sign a waiver? He said, yeah. I said, you're on your own then at this point. I mean, I didn't know where to draw the line. Should I have kicked him out of class? Should I have sit there and fought with him and argue with him a bunch more? Now, eye protection should be negotiable, but eye protection is an absolute must. You know what I'm saying? Ear protection, I guess you're going to find out if you hurt your ears about, months down the road.
He's hurt. He's harming himself, but he's not harming anybody else.
Unbelievable. Who would not use ear pro while they're shooting a handgun repeatedly? They're firing 98 rounds. And you're standing next to other people. There's 5 other people at the same time shooting, right?
I tell you what, when your ears ring like mine do, and mine's not from that. Mine's from mainly working around heavy machinery and in plants for 15 years and just
hauling up lobster pot. Never mind.
That made a noise.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Just not having ear protection because it kind of. You get in the area where the heavy machinery is at and stuff, and to me, if you dull out your hearing, you're a little more vulnerable to stuff happening.
Right.
You're not as aware of your surrounding. And so I didn't for a long time.
You're paying for it.
I'm paying for it. Now, ear protection. I don't care.
Ear protection. It's really important. It's important for everyone, but especially if you're taking your kids out to shoot, ear pro, eye protection, be safe. That's where it starts. It starts when they're young, and you start screwing around when they're young, and they don't have it on. It's going to affect them later on in life. I mean, it really will. Like there's so much stuff I can't do now because it bothers my ears. I mean, I work in my garage depending on what I'm doing. Got a little grinder or saw going. I put in my freaking ear pro because I can't handle it anymore.
Well, I've steadily went up in my ear protection, and I use it all the time now. When I'm at work, if I'm in a plant and I can't worried about, I don't care. I'm protecting both ears, and I'm going for it because sometimes the ringing will get loud enough in your ears you can't sleep.
Right,
and it's like. Jeez, that's just. We come out here, and somebody say, "Go shooting." I can't remember where I was at. Somebody fired off a round before I got my ear protection on, and it's like, "Ooh,
yeah,
ooh."
You're like, "I'm going to pay for that."
Yeah, that hurt.
I can't even hardly go to concerts anymore, and I'll take earplugs to concerts. And anymore, I'm just like, I can't hardly do it because my ears will ring for freaking 4 days, even with ear pro in at concerts.
Wow.
I'm getting old. I'm getting kind of crotchety. I'm falling apart, right? I mean,
sit on the porch, man.
That's right. Get off my lawn.
I got the scatter gun here.
Get off my lawn.
Don't make me pepper you.
Oh, jeez. So what else has been going on? I've been kind of withdrawn from some of the news and stuff that's been happening just because I've had a lot going on to work and my race and stuff. So I know you are religious about keeping up on this stuff.
Sometimes.
It's kind of like your religion.
Huh?
It's like your religion, dude. It's like your church.
No, God, no. No. I'm not. By all means, no. He will know.
You live and breathe it.
Well,
lately.
No.
That's the Cajun Cowboy on Twitter.
No, we've been having a impeachment battle lately. So the Democrats are coming out trying to impeach Trump for something that Joe Biden did, basically.
Right.
And he's sitting there and complaining about it, and he's yet to. He don't fire anybody. He don't prosecute anybody.
Right.
Unless you're friends of his or supporters of his. If you're his supporters, you get beat up in the streets. If you're friends of his that helped him get elected, you get bankrupted and sent to jail.
So if they impeach him, we get to buy some more time for our gun rights?
Well, he's complaining right now about not having. I'm sorry. I'm tired of him talking. This is where I was going. I'm like, stop complaining. Stop tweeting. Hillary Clinton would have killed a dozen people by now. She would have done off people on camera, and everything
got away with it.
Would have stopped. Yeah, it would have stopped. But anyway, yeah. So he was complaining that he's going to move forward anyway. But right now, it's sad that we can't come together to do gun control because the Democrats would rather hurt the Republicans. And I'm like, I hope this impeachment thing just lasts as long as he's in office.
It drags out a little bit, and
yeah, just keep it going, But a lot of people are thinking that, he's not going to get the votes in the Senate. I'm not so sure. There's a lot of Republicans that in the Senate that don't like Trump,
right,
and would vote against. Not only that, this ain't a Democrat operation. This is a CIA operation. Let's be honest. I mean, when he starts getting, you notice he never said anything about CIA. Now all of a sudden he's asking the Ukraine to look into Crossfire, and that's a CIA operation. Now a CIA agent comes out. They rewrote the rules a month before to have secondhand whistleblower statuses instead of firsthand information. A CIA agent comes out with that. CIA agent rewrote it, and they're coming at him, and they can twist some arms. They can twist.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you get a senator that's sitting around at home in front of his kids, and he gets JFK'd in the living room. Yeah, they can get the votes, man. They might just get them. So that's all. That's mostly what's happening in the news right now.
So maybe it's kind of, I won't say gun control is taking a back seat, but it's kind of, it's not so front stage, but it's still there.
It's still a danger.
It's still there. And what's one of those things, maybe we need to watch it more now because you got to watch.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's always while you're watching, they'll put out something, and while you're watching it, they'll slip something by over here, and you won't even freaking notice it.
Dick Durbin came out today saying that we do not need to slow down on our push for gun control.
Right.
And luckily, there's enough people. Most people, most Trump supporters are 100% believing that when he says he's gonna, he likes red flag laws, and he don't like silencers, suppressors, and he don't like. He wants to take the guns first and do due process later. A lot of Trump supporters are hearing, "We'll never touch your Second Amendment." It's not sounding the same way to me.
Well, and you I'm sure you remember it better than me, but when Beto came out and said, we're going to take your AR-15s, what was Trump's response to that? What did he tweet?
He hurt the gun control movement.
He goes, what did he say? Dummy Beto.
Yeah.
That's what he called him. Dummy Beto hurt our gun control push.
Yeah.
What?
Now it's going to be even harder.
No.
But we will move forward.
Why are we the only ones that see that? You got the diehard followers that they look at that. I didn't even know how you can register that as anything different. It's
amazing.
As I want gun control.
It's amazing. Well, I had one person get on to me the other day. You got to read between the lines. I'm like, I'm like, no, brother. You got to look at the actual words that are being said and accept them for what they are.
Yeah. So it's coming.
Yeah, and then it's amazing. He ain't done nothing against gun. What about the bump stock? Oh, the bump stock's trash. I show you an actual infringement, and that don't count. An actual infringement, 100 times more than what Obama did. By the way, good job on the Senate Republicans. They're saying they're not going to back Trump's ATF guy. He was a gun grabber. We need to get him out of there. So they're expected to pull his nomination this week.
Did you hear about that deputy down in Oklahoma? I forget her name, but she came out and said, You know, you took
I'm not giving it up.
You took the bump stocks and you made everyone criminals. I had a bump stock. You made everyone freaking criminals. You're not getting my gun.
Right.
And she paused right before she said it. You know, that's law enforcement. You're not taking mine. I know that was pretty cool.
I would rather them go for everything than keep taking
a little here, a little there. Yeah,
because people give up a little more and give up a little more.
Yep.
Just go for everything. Go for it, Beto. I'm taking you AR-15. Good, man. Go. Beautiful thing. I watched the Brady, the Brady Institute.
Uh-huh.
The gun grabbing Brady Institute. They come out with a stance a couple days ago that they want all AR-15s removed from law enforcement and civilians, all people in the United States.
Law enforcement, too.
Yeah. And I'm like, outstanding, because you got a lot of you got a lot of cops that are on our side.
Right.
A lot of those are going to get fired as soon as they say they're not going to do it, and they're going to be replaced. You take it from them too. Nobody's going to enforce that crap. Nobody.
They're trying to go extreme, and
Good.
Maybe the downfall.
Good.
Maybe their downfall.
Good. Go take it all. You know, if you could get rid of every gun in the country, I will give up my guns too. Get rid of all of them.
You ain't getting my yeet cannon.
Well, we just got to learn how to knife fight.
That's my bacon cooker.
Actually, I would tell them that, and they still wouldn't find the stuff that's buried.
Yeah, there you go. So this is something I talked to you about. This isn't kind of gun related, but it's self-defense related. I've got a few kids, right?
Okay.
I got 3 girls. The oldest ones are girls. I got my 2 youngest ones are boys.
Okay.
And my youngest one is just getting ready to turn 6.
Okay.
He started all-day kindergarten. Okay. Kind of a new thing for him. He's got his older brother is 14 years old. And so they pick on each other, right?
Right.
He's tough. He's a tough little 5-year-old.
Right.
Well, he's been having some trouble with his baseball team, his t-ball team, and at school. And it kind of comes out that he got into a little bit of a tangle the other day in school, and his classmates were holding him back. His classmates in his kindergarten class were holding him back because he tried to beat the crap out of some other kindergarten kid.
Okay.
He was having a conversation with my wife the other day, and he was telling her that some first grader, and as a dad, this kind of makes me proud to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
First grader was trying to push him to the ground when they're standing in line for recess. And my little kindergarten, Trig is his name, he wants to fight this kid. He goes, I think I can take him, Dad. I think I can take him, Mom. And he told my wife and me, he goes, I like to fight. Should I be worried?
I don't think so.
Should I get him in some kind of self-defense class?
I would. What is that noise?
The fan on my computer.
Okay, good.
So,
grief.
I mean, should I get him in like what should I get him in? I mean, you do some martial art type stuff you have in the past.
It depends on what your options are.
What do you recommend though? Say there's everything around here. Do you recommend like a karate, a taekwondo? Do you recommend? Okay, well, I don't know. This is why I'm asking.
No taekwondo.
Krav Maga.
If you can find it, that would be good.
Or like a Brazilian jiu-jitsu, or like a boxing. What do you recommend for something like that? This is my kid. What's going to teach him structure, discipline?
It depends on the teacher.
Right.
I mean, it really does. All styles have some benefit, unless it's you got some McDojos that just churn out
McDojos.
They just churn out black belts, and you see these.
They get them and they don't really know anything.
Oh,
is that
God? It's awful.
Keep the money coming in.
It's for competitions and stuff. You
Right.
see these people out there do these stupid competitions, and they do these stupid kicks, and they jumping and flying around and screaming, "Ha!" Yeah, they can't fight for nothing. Jiu-jitsu's good, but it's not. Right now, I'm going to upset some people, because right now that's the greatest thing that ever existed in the world. It don't cover all bases.
Right.
Hoist Gracie gave a great interview. I think it was with the NRA. I don't remember, but he was like, "No, I'm going to keep my gun at all times." And he brought Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to the United States. I mean,
yeah.
Whenever the Ultimate Fighting Championship first started, and this little bitty guy said he'll take on it, he would take on anybody. And they didn't have time limits. They'd get in there and they'd fight till somebody
was hurt.
Yeah, until it was over.
Yeah.
They had 40-minute matches easy a lot of times. And so he made jiu-jitsu world famous.
Right.
And he's like, no, it's not for everything. What if he's got a friend? What if somebody sneaks up on you, when you rolling on the ground? You ain't got time for all that. What if there's a weapon? He's like, real life, you run or you have a gun or you try and avoid it if you can.
And the jiu-jitsu part of it is for if it gets up close and personal and they really start to tangle with you.
Yeah, it's ground
fighting.
Yeah, it's mostly. And is it good? Yeah, it's good. Is it going to take care of you in all circumstances? No. I would throw in some judo. I mean, I don't know what kind of options they have around here.
Yeah, I don't know either. I need to do some research.
I would do some boxing.
Boxing? Okay.
You want something that gets people good with their hands,
right?
Because there's a whole lot of martial arts they call martial arts, kung fu and all that crap.
Sure.
That don't have good handwork. It's like, dude, your hands. You got to use your hands.
So what was it you used to do?
Oh, all kinds of stuff. I did a classic Okinawan martial art.
You black belt?
Ishinryu, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Eskrima, which is stick and knife fighting, and judo. And,
okay.
Yeah, it was getting into the jiu-jitsu and moved away. So
sure. What do you think about Krav Maga? That always intrigues me.
It intrigues me too. I don't, from what I've seen of it, I like what they're doing. I'd have to actually see it,
right?
And
right.
I haven't really. But the thing that bothers me with most fighting stuff is people who don't know how to fight start to learn something, and you see the ego take off, and they think, yeah, they're the baddest thing in the world. And it's like, actually do some fighting, do a lot, and it takes that. You can still be better than anybody around you, and somebody gets a lucky shot. Right. It just sneaks up on you.
So knowing a martial art, knowing how to fight is just another tool to have in your toolbox.
Yeah.
Carry a firearm, know how to use it, know how to do some kind of self-defense martial art.
I'm convinced that I was telling you this. It's not that I'm convinced, but firearms are a martial art.
They are.
When you get down to
gun kata.
Yeah. When you get down to the like
more
the tactical type stuff, man,
right?
Where you pulling and moving, and that's some impressive stuff.
Right.
I mean, when you get to John Wick in it, you got a whole style there, man.
So let's journey down this path, okay?
What are we doing?
We've touched on this before. And so my classes, I tout my classes as being more practical and not so tactical, right?
Right.
And I guess the premise of that is, the type of people that I have take my classes are fantastic. Grandma, grandpa, young mothers, young families, young kids, handicapped people, whatever. And that's fantastic. People who've never picked up a firearm before.
Right.
They teach them how to use it practical, how the soccer mom can defend herself while she's, when she's going to pick up her kids from soccer, how the dad can defend himself if something goes down while he's mowing the lawn and needs to protect his family, or when someone kicks open his door at 2:00 in the morning, doesn't need to. I mean, he needs to know how to clear a jam. He needs to know how to shoot properly in the basic fundamentals. He needs to know how to draw. He doesn't need to know how to run, jump, spin, twirl, and do all this.
Shoulder roll.
And that stuff.
Shoulder rolls are fun.
Yeah. That stuff is fun for a lot of people, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I lean toward the more practical aspect of it. Well, I might offend a lot of people by saying this, but because we've all done kind of the end of the world scenarios. A lot of us have prepared for it, and so you might have chest plates, you might have a rig, right? You might have a chest rig, a kit. I love that word, freaking kit. That just bothers me. That word kit. And what it is they got their, they might be, running with the mags and all this stuff on their chest and plates, and they got a freaking They got their freaking AR-15, and then they got their double drop leg holsters, and they got freaking 2 Glocks, or usually it's a SIG or something like that, right? And people get on Facebook and they go, I just got back from this class. And I'm like, and who are you, and why do you have to have all that stuff with you when you take a class? I suppose it just depends on the type of classes that you're taking, but it's just, I'm going to offend a lot of people, but that's just freaking ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
I've had people show up to this class not kitted out with like drop leg holsters, and you can tell they're kind of, I'm just like, what? Why do you do that? You're not going to use it unless the world falls apart.
Right.
I mean, do you think that if there's an active shooter at the school, you're going to see that pick that up on your scanner? You're going to see it on Facebook. You're going to run home as quick as you can, freaking kit up and show, I'm here. I'm going to stop it. Show me what to do. Why do you need that kit? Why do you need all that stuff? Do you need? I'm ranting now. Do you really need it for the end of the world scenario? And I'm not picking on anyone, I promise. Honestly, if it comes down to it, I've learned, because I've gone down that path. I've learned I'm going to do whatever it is I need to do to protect my family, and it's probably not going to be kit up and drag the family across the freaking country, okay? I'm going to be bunkered down at my house. It's the more practical thing to do. I've got protection. I live in a pretty decent spot to protect, I think. But if I'm going to be packing anything, it's going to be kids. It's going to be some food. It's not going to be a chest plate. And I mean, am I going too far with this? Am I pissing off a lot of people? Is that all I'm doing tonight?
Well, it can be fun if that's what
piss me off. It just makes me laugh.
Yeah. Well, I don't even like the whole leg rig thing. I got a whole.
I know.
I got a whole big old, I guess, kit.
That's why I was waiting for you to walk out during the middle of my little rant.
No.
Well, I'm done. Quit picking on me, you
I
asshole.
had to get it, man. It was like, it's sitting in the gun room. It's like a samurai, like we used to have samurai armor.
Right.
And we'd set it up in the dojo. It's the same kind of thing. I got the helmet, I got the real,
right,
straight from Afghanistan.
Oh, you got
I got the real shit.
It's going down, man. It's going down.
Yeah, yes. No, but it's just sitting there. It's a decoration.
No, I got you.
But a lot of people, if you like that stuff.
I feel like you thought maybe I'm picking on you. I'm not picking on you. No. It's just.
No, I don't put that. I've never put it on. I don't even like drop leg holsters. I'm like, what are you going to do? It's supposed to be
quick draw McGraw.
Yeah, it's supposed to give you a little extra edge in the draw. But everybody can see it, so that defeats your edge. So unless everybody's walking around with it, even then, I would rather them not see what I got.
I hate to say it, but
I don't.
When you got that stuff, all the guys that they find like out patrolling the neighborhood, or the guy that goes to freaking Starbucks, or
I don't like seeing police with that on. It's like, what are you doing,
dude?
What is this?
Yeah, you've got it's kind of like you got this little like world going on in your head that you think you're a part of, and you're freaking not, right?
Yeah. Nobody's out to get you, man.
You want to wear that stuff around? Go, I don't know. Go join the military. I'm going to piss off a lot of people, and I'm thinking other people that do this podcast, if they listen, that I'm not trying to offend anyone. Do what you like to do, but I just don't freaking understand it. And I just don't.
Give us some feedback if.
Yeah.
I've never done it, so I'm all for if you have fun and enjoy it, go do it. I don't care. But you do get some type people, and even the people who go to these will tell you they've run into people that are LARPing.
A tactical LARPing.
Yeah.
That's our new phrase. LARPing's not a new phrase. We're going to call it tactical LARPing. So what is LARPing? What does it stand for?
Live action role play.
So you go down and you see these goofy suckers in the freaking park that
are
beating each other with like foam swords and like
I love them, man.
Like riding in on their stick ponies and like jousting each other.
Well, they'll throw little plastic balls at each other and fireball. And I'm like, that is amazing.
And they're dressed up as wizards.
It's awesome.
It's real Dungeons and Dragons.
There's a lot of them out there too.
There is. And I tell you, if you see anyone LARPing, sit back. They don't mind. They like people watching.
Yeah.
Just watch them. It's freaking hilarious. It's freaking hilarious.
It's entertaining to the max.
So this is like tactical LARPing.
It's tactical LARPing.
But with real firearms.
Well, not all of it, but some people. There's a lot of them. And even some of the people who listen to this who go do that kind of stuff.
Off a lot of people.
I don't think so. If we're honest, it is. It is. I think I'm going to upset more people. I was a Very, as a matter of fact, I think I'm selling a signed MAGA hat if anybody wants one. Maybe I need to sell it. What do you think it goes for?
A what?
Signed Make America Great Again hat.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Anyway, I was
run it over with the tractor.
I think you got more people.
We're supposed to burn that.
I was.
Okay, we'll go.
I was going to draw attention to the gun debate, but I can easily get $700.
Yeah.
That's a canic.
That's it. I was just gonna say that's a canic right there.
So, yeah, I probably upset more people with me getting frustrated with Trump, but I was a huge supporter. Right now, we're really not getting what we wanted. So, right. I don't think you're going to upset too many people with
Well, your stuff fit me.
What's that?
Your getup.
Oh yeah, it's huge. Oh, it's
will it fit me?
It's got the big. Oh, it's huge.
I'm thinking of it. Never.
Have you ever put on one of those helmets?
I've never put on nothing.
It's like putting a 10-gallon bucket over your head.
What about a vet? You got a chest rig and stuff?
I got the whole big ceramic plates. It's thick and it's heavy.
I wore a weighted vest before doing some stuff.
Well, I bought a Kevlar vest and I'm like, shit, that ain't covering nothing. I'm like,
anyhow, that's just, I don't know. For me, that's not for me. I don't get it. Do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. That's the libertarian side to be coming out. I don't really care what you do. I don't get it. And if you want to put that on and you want to actually go take a tactical class for it, do it. I don't see the point in that if you're not military. If you're not military, you're not law enforcement, I don't know why you would do that. But if that's what you like to do, by all means,
I would try it.
Go and do it.
I would try it. I'd go do it, and if I liked it, maybe I'd stick with it.
Sure.
But you run into people that are LARPers, and they build this stuff up in their head, and it's like, bro, you need to calm
So
down.
let's separate this, because I don't want to offend some people that I know.
Okay.
Let's separate this LARPing, what we call tactical LARPing.
Okay.
So let's separate that from, for example, there's Tiger. He does the running guns. That's an actual competing type of thing, and they actually will load up with they know what they're going to shoot as far as stations, and they will actually run like 3 miles, 4 miles, 5 miles, whatever it is.
There's a lot of gaming that does that.
And that's a gaming. That's a competition. And if you want to do that, go for it. I have no problem with that. It's the guys that just do it to be cool, and it's not cool.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You've spent some time on the internet. You know what I'm talking
about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
It's
tactical mall ninja.
Well, when you start getting tactical baseball caps, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Ease up, man. just let it go.
Change your patches out.
I'm an operator. Stop it, man. Just stop it. Just stop it.
Me and my yeet can. Oh crap! So I probably offended everyone with that, but
that's what we do. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We'll have no listeners, and we'll just sit here. We're still going to put it out.
I don't. It's it. Pretty much, we're going to speak in these microphones, and I'm going to hit send when I'm done, and that's the way.
There you go.
That's the way it's going to be. Worst case scenario, people won't listen because they like it. They'll listen to see what else I'm going to say to piss them off next week.
Yeah, just don't let them find your address.
That's right.
Although I got something for you.
What do you got?
I'm actually looking at a new purchase.
What are you looking at? Oh, that. I know what you're talking about.
Yes, it's
freaking barbecue time.
It's quite amazing. And I'm going to give you guys the website because you probably won't believe me. Throwflame.com. THROWFLAME.com.
Is better than pocket sand.
Throwflame.com.
Liquid fire.
It will throw. It's a flamethrower that burns a half gallon a second.
Holy moly!
Yeah, it will throw over. What is this? Over 110 feet. It will.
Wow!
It has. You can buy this for $2,975. Why don't you just say $3,000?
Should the podcast buy one?
The podcast should buy
and we could play with it,
and should let me borrow it. Yeah,
let you borrow it.
I think it's what is this? I think it's a 5-gallon tank, a 4-gallon tank. Anyway, you get a few seconds of roasty goodness that for all the tactical guys who want to,
Strap a tank on their back.
Line up and come in, they're doing their tactical practice. They're not ready for this one. You're going
to cook them in their freaking Kevlar.
Just set them on fire. Roof. I mean, you could light up 13, 14 people at a time, and especially if they're in a row. Say hello. Well, I'll set your vehicle on fire.
Quickly down under that shit.
Yeah. Roof. And, it's even, you can even buy mixtures to thicken the fuel, and it's got fuel, how much gas, how much diesel, and how much thickener.
It's like throwing flaming pudding at someone.
Yeah, it's like, well, they call the thickener napalm, and
very nice.
It thickens it up, and you got a half gallon a second. Say it's a 3-gallon tank. You got a good 6 seconds of is that right? Yeah. 6 seconds of burn.
Nice.
110 feet. It's got videos on this. You should check it out.
I'm going to look it up, and I will throw a link up on the Facebook page.
Throwflame.com. We shouldn't have said this. We should have waited till I got mine.
The price is going to go up.
Yeah, it's going to go up.
That's exactly why you're selling guns. You just didn't let us know. We know. You're not going to buy any mechanics. You're buying a flamethrower.
Actually, I'm looking to upgrade my night vision, and just because it's freaking cool, and it's about the same price. It's just I found some good night vision at a good price. So it's what is it? See the something PVPS. I don't know. The 14 with a white phosphorus tube and auto gated. It's nice. You can get that for around $3,000 to $4,000 if you know the right websites to go to.
I believe you.
What is it? PVS 14?
I know not what you're talking about, but I believe you.
It's nice. It's nice. But this bad boy,
flamethrower.
Who needs
burn it?
Who needs night vision when you can turn off the night?
Perfect for a pest control
light
guy.
it up, buddy.
You got a spider? Let me get it for you.
Okay, sorry. I don't know what got me going down that road.
Oh, no, you're good.
I just wanted to throw that out there.
We've been rolling now for about an hour. I honestly think we're done. I think it's time to cut it short because I have to work tomorrow.
Okay.
I have to work tomorrow. Do you got anything else we need to mention?
Not too much too exciting in the news. The ATF did come out and admit that they have no legal right to classify a bump stock as this is at gunsinthenews.com. They have no legal right to classify a bump stock as a machine gun. They can't do it, but they're still going to enforce it. So we're waiting to see where that goes in court.
And that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. We got at ammoland.com, we got a nice abuse of red flag laws where city councilman's wife is sending people to basically swatted a guy over a meme he posted.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I sent that to you.
Okay.
I'm just going through them quick because you said you wanted to wrap up.
Oh, you're fine.
And the Hellcat, we already went over
the Hellcat.
And that's about it. There's not, most of the news has been impeachment related.
Yeah, but it's kind of, I won't say it's slowed down, it's just taking a different turn, but always watch that other hand.
Yeah, it'll sneak stuff in.
Watch the other hand. So, if you've listened to the podcast, we sure appreciate it.
Give us your feedback.
Give us your feedback. We don't have a call-in number anymore.
What? It's gone?
I was lazy and I didn't get it updated and they pulled it down, so I need to make a new one. But you can always call me. You can text me. Everyone does, and I'm okay with that. Shoot me a text if you want. I don't even have to know who you are. Shoot me a freaking text message. Area code 620-794-6223. That's area code 620-794-6223. Give us your feedback. Let us know if you like the show. If you think we're full of shit, you're not going to listen anymore because I called you and your little kit out, your tactical kit.
You're LARPing.
You're tactical LARPing. Maybe you're a tactical LARPer. If you are, call in. Maybe we'll put you on the show, right?
Oh, damn right we
will.
We'll
talk to you about your tactical LARPing.
No, I would love to get inside the mine.
Maybe we need to start LARPing.
Dig around a little bit.
Something. You can visit the website, right? The website at patriotdefense13.com, patriotdefense13.com. You can find the link to the email there. And let us know your thoughts. Just like the podcast, share the podcast. It will not grow unless you do that. We will keep doing it though. I don't care if I have a quarter of a listener. I am going.
We will listen to it.
I always listen to it.
Okay, there you go. That's two.
Two listeners. Oh, As long as I get 2 listeners, we are good.
Yeah, if you get below that, it might be time to shut.
It might be. I'll be out here talking we'll talk to each other. That's all we're doing anyway. So until then, I'm going to try to get something out midweek because I have a race next week, so I won't have anything for the weekend.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to get something out midweek and try to get that figured out so you don't have to miss another weekend. I don't want to leave you wanting like that. I want you to have a good weekend.
There you go.
And
consider it.
And I'll be running 50 miles, and I'll tell you all about it when I come back.
Oh, man.
So until then, we are done. Bye.